दिलजीत, क्या है उनमें ऐसा विच इज स्पार्किंग नाउ?
अब उनको समझ आ गया कि वो कौन है और ऑडियंस क्या चाहती है। एक बड़ा अमेजिंग रिलेशनशिप हो गया है ऑडियंस के साथ।
डू यू कंसिडर कि नेपोटिज्म हैज हेल्प्ड यू?
Nepotism might not be real. Favoritism is real. I don't come from a very rich background. I genuinely don't understand Bollywood. And people who were already from here judged me a lot.
आपने बोला 16 kg आपने गेन किया है चमकीला के लिए।
I remember a very senior actor, मैंने उनको बताया कि मैं ना इस पिक्चर के लिए 20 किलो मुझे पुट ऑन करने हैं। और उन्होंने कहा तू पागल है, तू अपना करियर खत्म कर देगी, डोंट डू दिस टू योरसेल्फ। I lost brands, I didn't do events because I was just looking so terrible.
How did you guys meet?
UK में एक अवार्ड दिया था जहाँ पे आउटस्टैंडिंग अचीवर्स थे and we ended up meeting at that event. We just said let's meet for breakfast. I had no idea who he was. तो literally वो breakfast के बाद मैं रूम में गई और मैंने गूगल किया and I saw the work that he did. We started talking to each other. Within days, we just used to talk about getting married.
Who was the flirty one? 79% लोग हमें सब्सक्राइब नहीं करते आउट ऑफ ऑल द पीपल जो हमारा एपिसोड देखते हैं। तो मेरी एक रिक्वेस्ट है कि अगर आपको हमारे चैनल से कभी भी वैल्यू मिली है या आपको अच्छा लगता है हम जिस तरीके का काम कर रहे हैं, सो प्लीज़ इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लो, क्योंकि आपके एक सब्सक्राइब दबाने से हमारी पूरी टीम को बहुत मोटिवेशन मिलता है, जिससे हम और ज़्यादा मेहनत करके आपके लिए बेटर से बेटर पॉडकास्ट लाते रहेंगे। We all have heard people saying when we meet the person with whom we are going to spend rest of our lives, we know it in our gut that they are the one. हमें अंदर से फील हो जाता है कि यही वो इंसान है जिसके साथ हमें ना आगे की लाइफ बितानी है। I feel love ऐसी चीज़ है that we all have different definition, different expressions about it. But at the end of the day, हम सबको एक better, happier and mature person चाहिए अपनी लाइफ में। एंड आज के इस एपिसोड में आपको ये फील होगा आफ्टर लिसनिंग माई कॉन्वर्सेशन विद टुडेज गेस्ट परिणीति चोपड़ा, दैट जब भी हम सोचते हैं कि हमारी लव की एक डेफिनेशन है, उसको कोई कंप्लीटली चेंज कर देता है, एंड दैट्स हाउ वी फॉल इन लव। In this episode, she has been candid about her love story with Raghav Chadda and her life experiences. In today's episode, we have discussed about, do we need to have a checklist to attract someone in our love life? Or is it all destined? She shared experience of working with 3 most iconic people in the industry. One interesting thing she said, that more than nepotism, in Bollywood, favoritism exists. And why did she say that? ये पता चलेगा तुम्हें आज के एपिसोड में। So watch this whole episode, but before you do that, राजशमानी क्लिप्स एंड राजशमानी शॉर्ट्स को जाके सब्सक्राइब कर लो, क्योंकि वहाँ पर हम इस बड़े एपिसोड की छोटी छोटी क्लिप्स डालते हैं ताकि आपको लाइफ के बारे में बेहतर तरीके से कम समय में पता चल सके। Enjoy the show। इस पूरे एपिसोड का ऑडियो एक्सपीरियंस Spotify पर अवेलेबल है, वहाँ पे जाके आप हमें फॉलो कर सकते हैं। Okay, 3 of the most iconic people.
Yeah.
Imtiaz sir and Diljit.
And A.R. Rahman.
Tell me one thing about all 3 of them, which we don't know. Let's say Imtiaz Ali में ऐसा क्या है? Like what is there कि वो हर मूवी में मैजिक भर देते हैं?
Imtiaz sir is one of the most emotionally evolved person. वो जिस तरह से इंसानों को समझते हैं, उनकी अंदर की जो बारीकियां हैं, उनकी सोच है, उनके जो इमोशंस हैं, वो जिस तरह से पकड़ पाते हैं और देख पाते हैं, वो बहुत एक डीप लेवल पे होता है, वो सब लोग नहीं देख पाते। एंड वो ही उनकी राइटिंग में भी है और वो उसी तरह से उसको शूट भी करते हैं। इसलिए आपको कैरेक्टर के दिमाग के अंदर क्या चल रहा है वो दिखता है। वो सर में एक बहुत अमेजिंग क्वालिटी है कि वो बहुत डीप देखते हैं आपको।
हर मूवी में उनकी से ट्रेन का शॉट क्यों होता है?
Oh my God.
Lost lover boy type vibe you
Train,
get.
yeah. A.R. रहमान सर, मतलब I can't tell you, मैं पता नहीं मैंने लाइफ में क्या अच्छे कर्म किए that I got this film, जहाँ पे आपका सिंगिंग डेब्यू हो रहा है एक फिल्म पे और रहमान सर आपको डायरेक्ट कर रहे हैं। ये कैसे हो सकता है? ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता। एंड बहुत बड़ी बात है कि मैं यही बोल रही थी कि रहमान सर और इम्तियाज़ सर ने रियली मेरे को एक न्यू लीज ऑफ लाइफ दिया है, बिकॉज बाकी डायरेक्टर्स या लोग सिर्फ एक मार्केट वैल्यू देखते हैं और बाकी सुपरफिशियल चीज़ें देखते हैं और आपको उतना ही मिलता है, पर इन लोगों ने मुझे सब कुछ दे दिया, यू नो, वाया दिस फिल्म. एंड दिलजीत,
what's there in A.R. Rahman sir? Why do you think?
रहमान सर को मतलब उनको पता ही नहीं है कि वो A.R. रहमान है. वो इतने हम्बल हैं, इतने सिंपल हैं, वो ऐसे काम करते हैं जैसे उनकी पहली पिक्चर है. वो इतनी मेहनत करते हैं. एंड द बेस्ट थिंग अबाउट हिम इज़ कि उनका और इम्तियाज़ सर का जो मैंने थोड़ा सा रिलेशनशिप देखा है, ऐसा नहीं है कि कोई फॉर्मेलिटी है या आप ना नहीं बोल सकते. अगर कुछ वर्क नहीं कर रहा है, वो इतनी ओपन कॉन्वर्जेशन करते हैं, इतने हम्बल हैं सर. अदरवाइज इतने बड़े स्टार्स के साथ काम करके आपको लगता है कि यार क्या मैं ये कह सकती हूँ, नहीं कह सकती, यू नो, बट दे आर सो हम्बल बिकॉज दे से यार अल्टीमेटली वी वांट द बेस्ट वर्क. So everybody be honest to each other, please. You know, that's an amazing learning.
And Diljit.
And Didi के साथ मेरा जो सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट जो बॉन्ड हुआ वो स्पिरिचुअलिटी पे हुआ. एक्चुअली हम दोनों बहुत स्पिरिचुअल हैं.
Okay.
हम दोनों मेडिटेट करते हैं बहुत, हम लोग दोनों योगा में बिलीव करते हैं, हम दोनों बहुत ही स्पिरिचुअल हैं. मैं हर रोज़ ऑलमोस्ट शूट के बाद गुरुद्वारा जाती थी जस्ट बिकॉज आई वॉज इन ब्लिस when I was shooting this film. And वो मुझे कॉमन लगा दिलजीत में, कि हम दोनों ऐसे हैं कि हम कैमरा के सामने बहुत एनर्जेटिक हैं और बहुत बहुत लाइफ है हम में, लेकिन एक्चुअली रियल लाइफ में हम काफ़ी क्वाइट हैं और काफ़ी हम लोग सोचते हैं सारा दिन. तो वो बहुत सिमिलर था हम दोनों में. सो आई थिंक 4 very similar people came together and made this film.
Why do you think Diljit all of a sudden is a rage in India now?
Why not?
Like, why do you think, like, मतलब क्या है उनमें ऐसा which is sparking now? It's like everything, every interview, every video, every word he's saying on stage, off stage, वो viral reels बन रही है.
Touch wood, ऐसा change ना हो यार, ऐसे ही होना चाहिए.
He's a mood. Diljit Dosanjh is a mood. Is a vibe. Yes.
I think क्योंकि सेम थिंग, आई थिंक वो भी ऐसा, एक दिन हम दोनों की यही डिस्कशन हो रही थी कि अब उनको समझ आ गया कि वो कौन है और ऑडियंस क्या है और यू नो क्या चाहती है. सॉरी, ऑडियंस क्या है नहीं, कि ऑडियंस क्या चाहती है. एंड एक बड़ा अमेजिंग रिलेशनशिप हो गया है ऑडियंस के साथ. सो हिज म्यूजिक, हिज फिल्म चॉइसेस, हिज वार्डरोब चॉइसेस, हिज डिसीजंस इन लाइफ, एवरीथिंग आर अ रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ दैट अंडरस्टैंडिंग.
आप पहले मैन्यू गए, मैनचेस्टर यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ मैनचेस्टर गए,
मैनचेस्टर बिजनेस स्कूल,
MBS. तो यू वर इन UK एंड इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर बनना था. इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर बनने के बाद आप इंडिया वापस आए इधर एक्टिंग करने के लिए, राइट? आई थिंक
मतलब बैंकर बन नहीं पाए इसलिए वापस आना पड़ा.
अच्छा,
या बिकॉज
ओके, क्या स्टोरी है, टेल मी.
See, 2009 में I graduated, and 2008-2009 was when the global recession had really
time for the world in the world of finance.
Exactly. So for us, we were like, ये देखो हमारी डिग्री, अब हमें जॉब्स दो. एंड पीपल वर स्लैपिंग अस इनसे, निकलो यहाँ से. लिटरली ये था.
जॉब्स ही नहीं है जिनको बड़े बड़ों की चलेगी क्या हो.
हाँ, 100% यही हुआ था. I remember I was standing in Canary Wharf in London. एंड मैं वहाँ खड़ी हूँ एंड एक फिल्म सीन है, जैसे राउंड ट्रॉली शॉट नहीं होता है, कि मैं वहाँ खड़ी हूँ और मैं सारे बैंक्स को देख रही हूँ. एंड आई वॉज लुकिंग एट दीज fancy bankers in their suits and these women in like heels walking, like you can see their, you know, with these expensive bags and all. And in the other arm, they were holding their boxes because they were probably just fired or just lost their jobs. I was literally looking at these people. They were bankers on the floor with CVs, like 300 CVs printed on the floor, sitting, looking for jobs. And these are people from qualified business schools. It was that bad. And here I was. I had promised my dad that you please arrange funds and send me to UK somehow. And उसके बाद मुझे छोड़ देना, मैं करूँगी. I will do it.
खुद से सब हो जाएगा.
सब हो जाएगा. And I will give you back everything that you will spend. And this is what happened in 2009. मैं निकली वहाँ से और jobs ही नहीं है. Now, how do I tell my father कि actually I'll have to come back because my visa is expiring, blah, blah, blah. I didn't tell him the whole story. I just said कि actually I need to get more work experience right now. It's not a good time for jobs. and I'll come to India for 6 months. I'll gather work experience and then I'll go and study again or something. And Mimi Didi, Priyanka's mother, my buddy mama, I took her into confidence and I said, listen, you have to help me. Can you please help me find a job? I'll come to Bombay. I won't even go back home to Ambala. I'll come to Bombay. Just help me. She said, yeah, come. I packed up everything and I came to Bombay. And even she couldn't do much because banks were not hiring. And one day I just went to YRF to see my sister shoot for Pyar Impossible. Okay. So I had just gone to set to like see her.
Right
and
here.
Literally here. 2 minutes from here. Yeah. And mera us time dimag chamka. Maine kaha, this is a production house, a studio. They are probably not affected by the recession right now. Can I get a job here? And literally from lunch, I just went up and I met the marketing head and I said, please give me a job. And he said, listen, you're overqualified for this. I said, I know, but I don't have a job. Just give me a job. And I became an intern at YRF. And 1.5 years of that.
Intern is what field?
In marketing and communication. So I used to like do the promotions, how we do promotions for our films today. I used to do promotions for other actors.
Nice. Who was the first actor जिसके लिए promotion किया?
Rani in Dil Bole Haripa. I remember. I'll never forget it. I did Rani, Dil Bole Haripa. Then I did Lafange Parinde, Deepika and Neil, Nitin Mukesh. I did Badmaash Company with Shahid and Anushka. Yeah. I did... then I did Band Baja Barat.
Okay.
That was my final film. Band Baja Barat.
And what all you did for them? क्या किया उनके लिए?
Like right from ordering their coffees to taking care of their interviews. So a lot of friends in the media who I do interviews with today are the same media people had seen me during my YRF days. Yeah, and I used to coordinate interviews for all these actors. And then after Band Baja Barat, I actually left YRF. And I said, okay, now let me try my hand at acting for a year. And if nothing happens, I'll go back and study. I have my degree. And I left the job. And like a few days later, Adi called me to the office. Aditya Chopra. He called me to the office. And I was wondering, I was like, मेरा क्या लेना है? मैं तो job छोड़ दिया, अभी क्या हो सकता है? And he sat with me and he said, so Pariniti, so we'll sign you for a 3-film deal at Yash Raj. So I said, what is happening right now? What are you saying? Basically, a month before that, I had gone to meet Shanu Sharma, the casting director of YRF. And she had just shot me on camera, doing these basic like lines, things that she had given me on paper. And that was my audition for Adi. I never knew that. He saw that video and he thought that I could be an actor and I could do something in this industry. And he just signed me for a 3-film deal. And I was on Ladies vs. Ricky Bell a month later.
I have too many questions on this.
Okay.
तो ये सब, do you think कि YRF तक कोई पहुंच ही नहीं पाता अगर आपकी फैमिली नहीं होती उधर तो?
100%. If my sister was not working in YRF at that time or shooting in YRF that time, if my sister was not shooting in YRF that day, and that day if I hadn't gotten the opportunity to go and meet the marketing head, मुझे वो marketing job कभी मिलता ही नहीं.
और फिर actor बनते ही.
हाँ, उस टाइम भी एक्टिंग का प्लान नहीं था, प्लान था वर्क एक्सपीरियंस का. बट या इट ऑल लीड्स टू समथिंग और द अदर, ऑफ कोर्स. मतलब मेरी बहन को एक्टर होना पड़ेगा तभी मैं किसी फिल्म सेट पे जा पाई.
बट कोई टेल मी वेरी ऑनेस्टली, अनफेयर एडवांटेज मिलता है बिकॉज प्रियंका चोपड़ा इज अ सिस्टर?
एडवांटेज मेरे करियर में
कुछ मिलता है ऐसे बिकॉज लाइक योर सिस्टर इज अ स्टार एंड देन अब आपको बुलाया गया तो आपको भी अब हर कोई वैसी नजरों देखेगा, मे बी आपके लिए चीज़ें ईजी हो जाएगी, यू आर ऑलरेडी सिलेक्टेड एज अ पर्सन.
यार ऐसा होता तो इतनी सारी जो मेरी फिल्में नहीं चली वो नहीं होता. मेरी तो कितनी फिल्में नहीं चली, मैंने तो इतना बुरा टाइम देखा है पिछले 10 साल में.
डू यू कंसिडर कि नेपोटिज्म हैज हेल्प्ड यू और डू यू थिंक दैट यू आर नॉट अ नेपो किड?
यार this is a very, it's actually every person who has had some association, mother, father, sister, brother in the industry actually have a lot of pressure.
Hmm.
You may get your first opportunity. आपको पहला चांस या पहला मीटिंग या पहला ऑडिशन कुछ मिल जाएगा आपको, पर उसके बाद एक्चुअली उनके लिए ज़्यादा मुश्किल होता है अपने आप को प्रूव करने के लिए, क्योंकि एक कंपैरिजन हमेशा होता है, एक ओरिजिनल वर्जन उनका हमेशा होता है. हमेशा एक स्टार का बच्चा या एक सुपरस्टार की बहन या एक सुपरस्टार का बेटा, हमेशा उस पर एक ये प्रेशर होता है कि यार आपके फादर तो इतने बड़े स्टार थे, आप तो कुछ कर ही नहीं पाए. और ये हमारी इंडस्ट्री में नहीं, हर इंडस्ट्री में होता है.
वर्ल्ड वाइड.
वो क्रिकेटर का बेटा हो, वो बैंकर की बेटी हो, वो वाइस चेयरमैन की जो चाची है वो हो, कुछ भी. सो व्हाट हैपेंस इज ईदर और हो सकता है, या तो आप कंप्लीट आउटसाइडर हो, आपके अपने खुद के चैलेंजेस होते हैं और बहुत मुश्किल होता है सर्वाइव करना, या आप किसी से रिलेटेड हो जहाँ पे आपको पहली मीटिंग हो जाएगी, पहला सब कुछ मिल जाएगा, बट उसके बाद योर जर्नी इज योर ओन, क्योंकि ऑडियंस आपको वैसे ही जज करेगी जैसे वो बाकियों को जज करती है. अगर आप अच्छा काम नहीं करोगे वो आपको रिजेक्ट कर देगी, और अगर आप अच्छा काम करोगे तो वो आपको स्टार बना देगी. सब ऑडियंस के माइंड में होता है. तो नेपोटिज्म इज अबाउट अपॉर्चुनिटी, कि आपको वो पहला ब्रेक कैसे मिला. देयर आर टू थिंग्स टू दिस. नेपोटिज्म माइट नॉट बी रियल or may be real. Favoritism is real. Favoritism is real.
Interesting.
The work opportunities in this industry are created at lunches, dinners, parties, many times. Those work opportunities are created in these places. So if you are not a part of these lunches or dinners or parties or relationships or just family circles, you lose out on those work opportunities. ऐसा नहीं है कि जैसे क्लास में होता है कि जो बच्चा सबसे अच्छे आंसर्स लिखेगा उसके हाईएस्ट मार्क्स आएंगे. यू नो, अनोनिमस मार्किंग जो होती है एग्जाम्स की, इट्स नॉट अनोनिमस. सो व्हाट हैपेंस इज दैट you have to be talented, but you also have to have a great PR game. My PR game sucks. I'm the worst at PR. I am very bad at creating relationships or maintaining relationships with people, क्योंकि मुझे लगता है उनसे मुझे काम मिलेगा और मैं उनसे दोस्तियाँ रखूँ. I'm very bad at being, you know, papped every day and seen every single day. I'm very bad at calling, you know, producers, directors, studio heads every single day and send gifts and maintain that relationship कि मुझे काम मिलता रहे. I'm very bad at my PR game. Horrible. But now I really want that directors and producers look beyond that PR game and look at my talent and give me work for my talent. Because maybe I'm not a favorite. Directors who are thinking of casting me, 99% chances that they've never met me or never spoken to me or have no relationship with me. And because of that, they might think, पता नहीं इसको interest है या नहीं काम में, पता नहीं ये करेगी या नहीं, and maybe they don't make that phone call to me. And maybe they make the phone call to somebody they know of or have a relationship with or a friendship with, you know. So my aim is to now stand up for all those actors and all those people who are extremely talented but maybe sitting at home, because not everybody is very good at being in the favorite circles, being in the right things. So it's not as black and white as a nepotism debate. That's why it's way deeper than that.
Tell me, explain me. जैसे you said कि
I have seen people.
पार्टीज में जाना होगा, आपको उन डिनर्स पे जाना होगा, आपको उन लोगों से रिलेशनशिप बनानी पड़ेगी.
हाँ, see, I'm saying parties and
कौन
dinners.
लोग हैं? ये लोग हैं, मान लो, जिनके पास अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं. मे बी द प्रोड्यूसर्स, द डायरेक्टर्स, द एक्टर्स, जो डिसाइड करते हैं कि ओके हमारे पास 1000 करोड़ हैं अगले 2 साल में लगाने के लिए, अब हम ये 10 पिक्चरों में लगा देंगे. Example, right? I'm just making it. So these are the people. ये opportunity वाले लोग.
I'll answer it in another way, which will make it clear. I have by mistake met producers or directors at an airport, in an airport lounge, crossing each other in an office by chance, not had a meeting with them. And they will say, "Arey yaar, I've been wanting to cast you for the past 3 films, but I don't know if you'll ever work or not with me. Will you ever do it or not?" Now, what is my learning from that? That I did not make the effort to inform that director that no, I am interested in working. That's one.
Mhm.
Or two, that director who is meeting everybody every single day at screenings, at lunches, at dinners and parties. मैं किसी पार्टी में गई होती तो वहां बता देती. कुछ तो मेरा रिलेशनशिप हो जाता उनके साथ और मैं ये मैसेज दे पाती कि सर आई वांट टू वर्क विथ यू. बट क्योंकि वो मैंने नहीं किया तो वो 3 पिक्चरें have been made with somebody else. It's a very stupid example, but I'm making a bigger point. I'm making a bigger point. It's not as black and white as मैं रोज पार्टी में जाऊंगी तो मैं बहुत बड़ी स्टार बन जाऊंगी. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not so stupid. I'm just trying to make a bigger point here.
Yeah.
That there are definitely camps, there are definitely circles in this industry, and that's very healthy. They all are friends with each other. But I want to be the spokesperson for all those who are not in the camps, who don't have access to all those things. And maybe we are sitting at home waiting for those opportunities, and we are here to spread the message that please call us also. You know, we might be socially awkward. We are not comfortable coming out every day. We don't get papped every day, but we are dying to work with you. And we really want you to be fair to us and give us equal opportunity. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying it in a very healthy way. I'm not saying it in a complaint way at all. I mean, honestly, I think the success of Chamkila and what is happening in the last 7-8 days has really motivated me to come out here and say these things. I have chased commerce. I have chased projects for the wrong reasons. I have listened to the wrong advice, signed the wrong films that were against what the audience wanted of me, and done films that just didn't suit me because I was listening to a lot of noise and to the wrong people. And I've gone through a lot of ups and downs and I've made a lot of mistakes. But my intention and the person that I am is actually very simple and pure. I actually just want to do good work. I just want to do good films. Even my first 2 films when I was a nobody, I did just like I went to give an exam in school. मैं रोज जाके मेहनत करती थी, homework करती थी, acting करके घर आ जाती थी. And today I am the same person. And after many years, when Imtiaz sir gave me this chance in Chamkila, where he said, "You're looking fit actually. I want you to put on 16 kilos for this weight, for this film." I remember I used to tell a co-actor of mine that I was working with, and he was like, "तू पागल हो चुकी है, तू 16 किलो put on करेगी तो अपना career खत्म कर देगी, ये सब बिल्कुल मत कर, you know, say no to the film, do other films, do 3-4 commercial films, do songs, do dances." And my gut said, "No, sir, I want to put on 16 kilos. I'll lose 2 years. I'm okay with it, but I want to do Chamkila. I want to do this role." Because Imtiaz sir is looking at me the way no other director has seen me. He is giving me the work that nobody else has given me. So I also want to give it back to him. So my intention through the film was so pure. And I knew that I was giving exactly what the audience expects out of me, a performance. They always expect performance. They don't expect me to run around trees and do songs and dances. I know my image and I know my audience. And I was listening to the wrong people and I made lots of mistakes in public. So I don't ever want to do that. You know, here I now want to remain honest to who I am. I will do 1 film a year, 1 film in 10 years. It doesn't matter to me. But I want to work with good directors and want to do good work, you know.
Okay. I have quickly guide me through. You said wrong reason, wrong people, wrong advice.
Yeah.
Give me one wrong reason जिसकी वजह से आपने पहले मूवी करी.
I started off being a very real and raw actor. And I got crazy success for that. I got national awards, love from audience, everything. The advice that was given to me was just lose weight, become glamorous, just do the typical heroine stuff. I was very excited to do it because I was like, yeah, that's a good change. But again, I go back to how innocent I was that I just heard it. And I went down that path and I tried to be glam. I tried to do just commercial films. I tried to do films where I had 2 songs and a guest appearance and nothing more from it. And I always used to feel it in my heart that this is not satisfactory to me. And the audience also used to say, but this is, what are you doing? Like, we want a performance from you. We want like that homework we want to see from you. You are that person for us. So I wasted 4-5 years listening to this advice that just follow the commerce, just do big films, just do what other heroines are doing, you should also do. That was my biggest mistake. I cannot follow anybody else's career. I have to stick to what I had, you know, what people had accepted me for. पहले तो एक्सेप्टेंस ही नहीं मिलती यार, लोग कितना ट्राई करते रहते हैं, ऑडियंस उनकी पिक्चर ही नहीं देखते. मुझे तो एक्सेप्टेंस मिल गई थी और फिर मैं उल्टा चली गई. सो दैट वॉज अ वेरी बिग लर्निंग फॉर मी कि मुझे अपने रूट्स में वापस आना ही पड़ेगा और मैं आना चाहती हूँ. तो मैंने संदीप और पिंकी फरार में यही किया और मैंने चमकीला के लिए यही किया. मैं मेरे रूट्स में वापस आ गई एंड दोनों पिक्चरों के लिए जो एक्सेप्टेंस मिली है, इट वैलिडेट्स जो मैं सोच रही हूँ. तो वो रॉन्ग एडवाइस था. I don't come from a very rich background. I am actually a very simple middle class girl. I genuinely don't understand Bollywood. I genuinely don't know how people in Bombay operate. I don't have these high flying friends. I don't have a trainer, stylist, everything already ready for me. I genuinely was like a deer in the headlights. You know, I was like, it happened to me and I was learning day by day. And people who were already from here and who already knew this world judged me a lot. You know, they were like,
ये कौन है?
Like, why are you saying this? Like, why are you doing this? And I used to be like, but I am really like this. You know, you are judged very soon. Example is like, I didn't make money for the first couple of years in my career. And I remember somebody said, listen, you really need to lose weight. You should hire this trainer and this trainer will charge you like 2 lakhs a month. And then you also get a nutritionist and the nutritionist will cost 2 lakhs a month. And I was like, I said, I don't have 4 lakhs a month to pay. I don't make that money. This is my third film. And I remember going up to a co-actor of mine who has definitely grown up in Bombay, in this world, and of course comes from a place of privilege. And he's like, why aren't you hiring these people? Like, it's important for your job. And I said, listen, but I really can't afford it. Like, I was paid 5 lakhs for my first film. That won't even cover 1 month of everything. So I was like, I literally cannot afford it. And he's like, if you can't afford it, then you shouldn't be in this profession. And I just felt like, that's so wrong on so many levels, you know, like I just felt like that disconnect was there. It took a long time, or maybe it's not even true today, that I don't think people understand people who come from outside this city and their struggles and these things. We are not on the same level, all of us. We have all come from our own lives, you know, our own history. So that definitely is there, you know. Something like flying business class or first class and all, it happened very late in my life, right?
Starting में नहीं था?
नहीं, क्यों, कैसे होगा? Starting में कैसे होगा? मतलब I think till the time I did my 5th film and till I looked at my bank account and I said, okay, now I can start buying a bag or shoes or things that I want. Till then I was like, okay, these are my savings. I need to first buy a car. I need to buy my home. You know, एक typical North Indian की जो safety वाली investments होती हैं, वो मैं पहले कर लूँ, फिर मैं शुरू करूँगी branded कपड़े पहनने और branded ये सब चीज़ें करने. And at that time, a lot of people were like, listen, you should be wearing this, you should be wearing that. And I used to think in my head, but I can't right now. Like, give me time. And I was judged for that, you know, a lot of things. It's very weird. This happens, you know, this definitely happens. So yeah, I think now my biggest want in life is that people, you know, look beyond the superficialness of things. They look beyond my PR game and they just see me for my talent and give me work for my talent. That's all I want, actually. I don't want anything more.
Okay, I have a question. कि ग्लैमर वर्क नहीं करता?
100% करता है. क्यों नहीं करेगा?
You just said कि for you it didn't work?
Yeah, for me it doesn't work.
But
it's like saying yaar, dal makhani is amazing, isn't it? You might like it, I might not like it. Dal makhani is not wrong. It's a matter of taste. My face, my
बट हर एक्टर
personality.
के लिए ऐसे परसीव्ड वैल्यू नहीं होती ऑडियंस में कि क्योंकि मैं सिर्फ प्योरली बेस्ड एज अ आई एम फ्रॉम इंदौर
Hmm.
तो आई कम फ्रॉम अ tier 2 city
Hmm.
and मैं वहाँ के
So do I. I come from Ambala.
Exactly. So I'm talking about a craze of an actor,
Yes.
right? So उधर जो craze होता है larger than life,
Hmm.
glamour,
Hmm.
और उसके बाद after meeting a lot of actors now,
Hmm.
this whole perception of कि okay मेरे पास इतना मेरा पूरा entourage रहेगा, फिर मैं इन पार्टीज में दिखूंगी या इन पार्टीज में दिखूंगा, मैं ये डिजाइनर कपड़े पहनूंगा,
Hmm.
मेरे लुक के लिए मेरा कांस का लुक इज नाउ
Right.
the main thing, right?
Yeah.
And for year people wait for all of this.
Yes.
And all of this is a template.
Hmm.
तो ऑडियंस को वो ज्यादा अच्छा नहीं लगता कि लार्जर देन लाइफ इमेज दिखाओ तभी आप एज एन एक्टर बहुत आगे बढ़ोगे. आई एम जस्ट आस्किंग अ क्वेश्चन.
अगर ये सच होता तो सिर्फ ऐसे एक्टर्स होते इंडस्ट्री में. हम जैसे कोई भी ना होता, एग्जिस्ट ही ना करता.
Do you think that they make way less money than the people who are much glamorous?
No, you're wrong.
I'm wrong?
Absolutely wrong.
Then फिर ग्लैमर लोग इतना शो करेंगे क्यों? क्योंकि वो तो कितना
You're
एक्सपेंसिव
confusing
लाइफ
two
है.
things. According to me, you're confusing two things.
Okay.
हमारा देश बहुत बड़ा है, filled with crores of movie watchers. ठीक है? They want both. They want both.
They want the real, they want the larger than life as well.
They want beautiful looking actors doing glamorous things, larger than life, unreal song and dance and action sequences. Yes, absolutely they want that. I also love watching it. They also want films that make them feel something, character driven, not so glamorous, maybe don't have a bikini scene and action sequence and film songs, but they want it. Was The Dirty Picture not a glamorous film? Vidya Balan, who put on so much weight for the character, was the most glamorous woman on screen, is the biggest star of the country. I believe we are in a very privileged industry where audience wants both. You just have to know who you cater to.
One question. आपने बोला 16 kg आपने गेन किया इस रोल के लिए, चमकीला के लिए. So you went through a massive body transformation. You gained. And अब इसको वापस लूज भी करना होगा. जैसे एज एन एक्टर आपकी लाइफ में बहुत अप्स एंड डाउन्स होते हैं ऑफ बॉडी. A,
मेरे करियर में तो ज्यादा हुए और.
So A, is it healthy? B, कैसे गेन किया 16 kgs? Like what was the process? Was
It's
it hard?
not
Was it
healthy.
easy?
It's not healthy at all. In fact, जब मैंने चमकीला साइन की थी, मैं उस टाइम बहुत फिट हो गई थी. I had been working out for clear 2 years and I almost had abs. I remember very well, I went to Imtiaz sir with a very, very fit body. And I was dying to do this movie. And Imtiaz sir offered me this film. And he said, but listen, you don't look like her. And that was it. It just switched in my head. मैंने 2 साल की जो मेहनत की थी, मैं उसको 1 मिनट में भूल गई. I put on those 16 kilos. I used to eat heavy meals and go to sleep so that I look puffy the next morning. And I have a proper double chin. And I wanted my eyes to look small. I used to eat rice and rotis like in numbers, 3 or 4. You know, for it to look like that. It was not just fun and games ki roz pizza khao aur maze karo. Because I really wanted me to look like her. But the thing is, after years, a director had given me a role like this, an opportunity like this, and I was dying to grab it with both hands.
How long did it take you to gain 16
It took
kgs?
me 6 months almost. So it was 6 months of very unhealthy eating. My sleep got affected. I could not sleep properly. My mood got affected because after a couple of months when you're not eating clean, it affects your mood. You feel low.
Yeah.
My stamina was 0.
So no workout.
No workouts for 6 months. And this is me who was doing weight training like 4 times a week and cardio twice a week. And I was at my prime at that time. And eating badly, drinking beverages that I don't like. I don't drink milkshakes and all these things. I was drinking all of those because I wanted very quickly.
Quick gain.
Also because I had 2 years of discipline, तो वो जल्दी से हो भी नहीं रहा था. I was not able to put on the weight. But I used to wear the clothes, and it was Indian clothes, which are very complimenting. So I used to look like myself, and I didn't want to look like myself. I wanted to look like Amarjot ji. I had to. This was the project I had been waiting for 10 years of my life. So I remember a very senior actor of mine, मैंने उनको बताया कि मैं ना इस पिक्चर के लिए 20 किलो मुझे पुट ऑन करने हैं. और उन्होंने कहा तू पागल है, तू अपना करियर ख़त्म कर देगी. डोंट डू दिस टू योर सेल्फ. I lost brands. I didn't do events because I was just looking so terrible. I was so conscious, and people started saying she's pregnant, she's done liposuction, she's done Botox on her face. पता नहीं क्या क्या लोगों ने बोला. And I used to look at it and be like, तुम लोग कभी समझोगे ही नहीं. You know, दिलजीत की एक लाइन है चमकीला में कि आपको समझ ही नहीं आएगा कि मैं क्यों ऐसे गाता हूँ. मैं इसलिए गाता हूँ क्योंकि लोग चाहते हैं. And I was also doing it for the role. मेरे को कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं है कि मैं मोटी हो जाऊं और बुरी दिखूं. एंड यू नो मेरे कपड़े फिट नहीं आ रहे थे. आई वॉज ओनली वेयरिंग. टिल टुडे आई हैव नॉट लॉस्ट द वेट. इट हैज़ बीन अ स्ट्रगल टू लूज द वेट ऑल्सो. एंड एवरीवेयर पीपल आर अटैकिंग मी एंड सेइंग शी लुक्स बैड, शी इज लुकिंग टेरेबल, ब्ला ब्ला ब्ला. बट give me a film, give me a project, and you'll see me go the opposite way also, you know. So
does it affect your confidence in public?
No, thankfully I'm a very strong person. So 3 months later when I'll be looking fine, people bhul bhi jayenge, you know. Confidence lose nahi hota, but I feel bad कि people judge very quickly. I feel bad that you don't understand why I'm doing this. You don't understand why I have looked like this. I got married in the middle of all of this. You know, my biggest day of my life, I did in this look. You know, so I have done many personal sacrifices. Brands, wedding, appearances, red carpet appearances, everything. I have lost a lot. But actually, I don't see it as a loss. I gained Chamkila. I gained Amarjot in this. And it'll be a performance that I will take with me to my grave. So I'm proud of it.
Very proud. How did you guys meet? Start कैसे हुआ? Who made you meet?
हम दोनों को एक्चुअली एक ब्रिटिश काउंसिल ने यूके में एक अवार्ड दिया था जहाँ पे आउटस्टैंडिंग अचीवर्स थे ऑफ एवरीबडी हु हैज बीन अ यूके स्टूडेंट.
ओके.
तो आउटस्टैंडिंग अचीवर्स इन एंटरटेनमेंट मुझे मिला. आउटस्टैंडिंग अचीवमेंट इन गवर्नमेंट एंड पॉलिटिक्स राघव को मिला. एंड वी एंडेड अप मीटिंग एट दैट इवेंट. एंड यूजुअली आई से हाई एंड आई विल मूव ऑन, बट वी जस्ट सेड लेट्स मीट फॉर ब्रेकफास्ट. एंड हम दोनों की टीम्स थी, हम लोग 8-10 लोग थे. एंड वी मेट एट ब्रेकफास्ट द नेक्स्ट डे. एंड आई हैड नो आइडिया who he was or what he did. I had no idea because I used to not follow politics at all. तो लिटरली वो ब्रेकफास्ट के बाद मैं रूम में गई और मैंने गूगल किया कि ये कौन है. मुझे लगता था कि ही हैज़ अ जॉब इन पॉलिटिक्स. बस इतना ही पता था मुझे. यू नो जैसे कि एक जॉब होती है ना, कुछ पॉलिटिक्स में करता है, यू नो पॉलिटिशियन है, इतना ही पता था. आई गूगल्ड हिम एंड आई सॉ द वर्क दैट ही डिड. वी स्टार्टेड टॉकिंग टू ईच अदर एंड वी रियलाइज्ड not even in weeks, within days, we just used to talk about getting married.
Who was the flirty one between you? Who started it?
Me. I'm telling you, my mom always used to tell me this story that when your life partner will come in front of you, you will know. And I said, please don't tell me these filmy lines. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता कि suddenly, you know, like we say films के violence बजने लग जाते हैं. I swear I met Raghav and in 5 minutes I knew I'm going to marry this man.
What are you saying?
I swear.
Really?
I swear.
How?
I didn't even know if he was married, if he had children, how old he was, what he does, nothing.
What kind of politician? He is nothing.
He just sat for breakfast in front of me. We all are talking about meditation, scuba diving, and I'm looking at this man and I'm saying, I think I'm going to marry this man. It was, I don't know, some God's voice inside me. And then we started talking. We were not even friends at that time. We started talking, and over the next few days, we realized that this is it. And we few days.
You started dating after few days.
We never even had an official dating period because while we were dating, so to say, we were actually just planning to get married. We just used to talk about, when are you meeting my family? When am I meeting your family? When should we do this? When should we get married? It was just like a done thing.
He never
There was no
proposed to you, what?
discussion. He did.
Okay.
I'll officially
Yeah,
तो हुआ
sure.
बाद में, but it was
First time conversation किसने slip करी? Tell me how it happened.
there was no slipping. It was within a few days. I was just
कोई तो
like,
बोला होगा first time
like-
कि यार let's get married. I think you're right partner. I think I see my husband or wife
Never.
in you.
ये बात ही नहीं हुई. पता है, we just started talking to each other. Of course, feelings developed and all of that happened. And then we just used to say, okay, so like, when are we going to get married? Like, we are going to live our lives together. Like, what about children? What about family? What are your family values? In that the interview phase jo hota hai, when you're finding out, it was always that we will marry each other. Now let's just learn about each other. It was just, there was never officially like, okay, from today we are girlfriend and boyfriend, and now tomorrow onwards our relationship starts. That never happened. It just flowed. I just knew and he just knew.
Well, for all the people watching now, I hope they also meet.
It'll happen.
If they
When
also
you know,
meet
you will
someone
know.
and get to know in minutes, because that's a blessing.
You will know.
Just like so many other things in your life, in your career.
Thank you.
Right. I am really happy that you came here. It felt
So sweet.
amazing. I loved it. So it just based on one paper and one notes that we started
That's
talking.
crazy. So it was truly a conversation.
It was truly a conversation. I really liked it.
So
Did
good.
you enjoy?
I'm happy. Yeah, 100%.
थैंक यू सो मच ये एपिसोड एंड तक देखने के लिए. मुझे प्लीज़ कमेंट्स में फीडबैक दीजिए और बताइए कि कैसा आपको ये एपिसोड लगा, ताकि आपके कमेंट्स और फीडबैक पढ़ के मैं अगला एपिसोड और बेहतर तरीके से बना सकूं. आपके कमेंट्स मैं बहुत ज़्यादा रिगरसली पढ़ता हूं, क्योंकि उसी से हम आज तक यहाँ पहुँचे और इसी तरीके से हम आगे भी जाएंगे. एंड आपके लिए वर्ल्ड का बेस्ट पॉडकास्ट इसे बनाकर ही रहेंगे. बिफोर यू लीव, ये एपिसोड किसी एक इंसान के साथ शेयर कर लो, क्योंकि वन कॉन्वर्जेशन कैन चेंज समवन्स लाइफ एंड दैट कैन ऐड टू कंट्रीज ग्रोथ टू अनदर लेवल. Please don't forget to subscribe this channel, like, comment, share, and until the next episode, keep figuring out.